The music is pumping through the Michael Fowler Center in Wellington, and the crowd of 1,000 sing along, throwing their hands up in the air. It appears to be a concert, but it's not. It's an Arise church service. Arise is a Pentecostal church which has grown from 30 in Wellington in 2003, when youth adults pastor Ben Carroll joined, to 4,000 in the capital, Christchurch, and Hamilton today, with the majority of members being youths. It challenges the general perception that New Zealand is becoming more secular. Mr. Carroll says his church gives young members a sense of community.
I think the reason why it's grown, honestly, is just because it's about one person at a time. You know, it's just about every person has a different story and everyone's on a different journey, but it's not about really the exterior. It's more about just each individual, and through that, I think we've just seen it grow, and it's just been amazing.
Surveys support that New Zealand is becoming less religious, with a US survey last year naming the country as one of 9 where religion will all but die. Religious Studies professor Paul Morris at Victoria University conducted a survey of 147 students. He found that of young people who grew up with religion in their lives, half remained committed to their faith, and a growing number of youths were more religious than their parents. One of those youths is Jean Derek Williams. His dad was a religious Christian, his mom not so much. Even though he attended church regular, he didn't consider himself a Christian. That changed last year.
My friend's parents asked me if I'd like to come to a church service with them. And it's actually a little bit like tonight's, really. They were like, just warning you, it might be a bit concert-like, you know, people are kind of moshing out front and all that. I'm like, oh, really? That's kind of new. Because, you know, like, when I went to church when I was young, it was all traditional, like, just, there was none of what was downstairs right now. So anyway, I went to church with them, and it was exactly how they described it, like, just like that downstairs. And the more I went, the more I enjoyed it, the more I wanted to learn more about God, you know, the more I started to actually believe.
Unfortunately, Stuff is unable to show the Arise pastor giving his message, as Fairfax was asked to leave the center when he took the stage. Paloma Migoni, Stuff.co.nz.